Thank you, and good morning. Thank you very much for coming over. It's really a pleasure and a big responsibility for a non-football fan, I must recognize it, that had the challenge to document himself, about the history of this club. So I really feel the responsibility of gathering the right information about where we are, and it's certainly, as I said, a pleasure and a big responsibility to be here. Last year, we had in Belgium, by the way, Brussels, we had the opportunity to share with you a slide in which we shared some data about the value of football rights and the trends that we were seeing in the market, as there's a direct correlation between our industry, the budgets that are available, and this information. And let me share it with you, this time, of course, updated. So what can we see in this slide is two elements of precious information. The first one is on the right. That's the global average of CAGR. That's the growth, compound annual growth rate of the rights industry. That is growing between 4 to 6% year on year. But we see already a gap that is becoming evident between prime properties. And of course, we have the main sports in the United States, as well as the Premier League and other main sports. And the secondary leagues, they are really growing, but at a much lower pace. That implies that we have a growing gap between what it would be the prime world and the tier 2 production world. And we all suffer, and we see what's going on in the industry in general, trying to find solutions and accommodate different tiers of production with creative solutions to offer competitive rates to our clients. We are very mindful of that. So that's an important one. We also see in the slide that the digital advertisement industry in the field of sports is now growing at around 16 to 17%. And that creates another interesting phenomena in which revenue streams, they are being diversified and they are being split and spread throughout more industries, that they are dependent on content creation, certainly, but that puts pressure on the general content industry. So, of course, I welcomed you at this event, but I would like to also, in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, explain you what are we doing at EVS to help the football. So I'm going to talk about AI. And of course, I would like to share with you technology that we launched some years ago that is based on AI and that helps production to actually augment the game and augment possibilities to tell us compelling storytelling. And that's a technology called Extra Motion. It's based on AI and allow us to do fancy things. And I know somebody may kill me here. I'm going to share with you a video, and it's not going to be about football. It's going to be about basketball. But it's self-explanatory. It has some sound, the video. If you cannot play it out, I will just talk. Okay, you cannot play it out. So you can see how we can turn any camera, regardless if it's super slow-mo camera or not, into a true slow-mo camera. And we have also the technology to compensate any kind of movement, creating on the right what it would be a super slow-mo effect out of any regular camera source. We can also deblur the image. You can see it there, as the player is perfectly sharpened. And on top of it, we are now able to simulate a shallow depth of field, creating this bokeh dramatic effect that is used for storytelling. So that's something that we can do with AI technology. Some of you may say that we invent pixels or we invent frames. That is correct, but we do it in the context of two very close to each other frames. So what you can invent in between is not really something that it would be out of reality. I want to also talk about another platform that some of our colleagues who are present here today, they have been using in the past. That is our distribution and collaborative platform called Media Hub that allows different teams around the world in sharing content. And we use AI as well in the form of being able to auto-index content, automate clipping, and so forth. So it also helps with personalizing content, creating automatic translations from speech-to-text sources, and so forth. So it really helps in saving hours and helping in distributing and raise the value of the content being produced for, especially in international events. Last but not least, technology being used in the field of computer vision analysis for being able to analyze where there are players positioned to help the officiating industry. So our solution, Power Vision and Zebra, that is actually present in many different leagues thanks to the collaboration with service providers as well, like Media Pro or DMC, that I know that some of our colleagues are around here. So that enables to take control over the officiating operations, and on top of it creates synergies between the production and this activity that is also demanded by sports leagues and federations. So I'm really pleased to share with you a brief video that you will have the chance also to see on our table upstairs that describes how roughly in 5 seconds and using broadcast cameras we're able to place the offside line in a very fast and semi-automated manner. So it's not only the algorithm that dictates with a synthetic view where the line is, we can really see it and maintain the video analysis while we do it. So I will just play it out. So you see what is the most advanced part of the defender. You can place it and move it. Then automatically the attacker part is placed. And that's it in 5 seconds. I know that it's very complicated to see it in this video, so don't hesitate to pass over and visit our table and we will explain it to you. So we reduce by orders of magnitude, reducing the broadcast infrastructure, the ability to place the offside line. And that's an interesting business, by the way, for service providers in search of new business opportunities. What I would say is that in this world of AI and technology, at the end, relationships matter. And I guess that in the future, we will learn how to relate and create a relationship between humans and machines and AI algorithms that we do today with ChatGPT, Claude, and Google Gemini. And that's probably going to grow. But it's important in our industry that is pretty much based on storytelling to maintain human-to-human relationships. And I guess that that's why we are here today. So I wanted to highlight that relationships matter, that, of course, between AI and humans, as I just mentioned, is important. Between professionals and professionals, as we are here to create value. Between clubs and the teams. Between players and the game, that trigger lots of passion, and that's very important. And finally, between the fans and their passion, creating this sense of community that is so important for the football and any other sport. So that's it. Thank you very much for your time and your attention. I really, as I said, delighted to be here today and looking forward to a very interesting SVG football summit. Thank you.